All right, so one of the questions I get asked constantly is, how do I go about getting a sales agency client? I don't have money to run ads. I don't have any system set up, but I want to start with at least one client. So how do I go about doing that with just organic client acquisition? So most people in this space are not familiar with outbound sales. I'm going to give you a breakdown on how to build an outbound sales system. You can use this for your sales agency, as well as if you're building sales teams for your clients, you can use this for them as well. So let's dive in. All right, so let's go over some basic outbound here. Now, this is only for like cold audience and cold outreach, and doesn't really have too much to do with paid ads here. So first, you're going to find out your target audience. Once you have those, you send them a connection request, LinkedIn, Facebook, IG, email, and then send out your first message. The way you send out your first message is either via automation. Now, we're doing this via email and LinkedIn majority, a little bit through a Facebook, and we've stopped doing out IG because it's just too much work with not enough ROI. And then another way you can send out outbound is manually, setters in your inbox. Prospect accepts the connection request, LinkedIn, Facebook, or email, they just respond. Then you send a second message with some personalized value. Remember the value of personalized looms we spoke about? This is where we're going to have that. Next, what's going to happen is one of two things. Prospect is going to respond, or they are not, right? If they don't respond, you make sure, have they been followed up 3 times, right? If no, remove prospect from campaign. I mean, if yes, let me change that here. If yes, then you remove them from campaign. If you followed up with them 3 times and they haven't responded, remove them from campaign. If you haven't followed up 3 times, send a follow-up message, more value, more content, more education. And then again, if the prospect doesn't continue not to respond, and then that you continue follow up and they still don't respond, remove them from campaign. All right. The second thing that can happen is they respond. Now you figure out how they're responding. Is it a positive response or is it a negative response? I'll move myself outside here. Now, if it's a negative response to tell you to F off or leave me alone or anything of the sort, remove them from campaign. If they positively respond, maybe I might be interested or whatever they say. 2 things you can do. 1, request a 15-minute call and give them some value content, right? If they respond to that, if they book a call, cool. If they don't book a call, value content, educate, so on and so forth. And then continue checking in. This is basically follow-up. And one thing I want to touch on really fast, this is level 1. This is cold phase, right? This is someone who's never heard of you. And now all of a sudden you're reaching out to them, sending them a message. This is the cold phase. Then here is the warm phase. All right. Us reaching out to them and they're actually responding. Once they respond, they go this way. This is the warm phase right here. All right. This is phase 2, level 2, warm phase. Then we're going to figure out whether or not they booked the call. If they book a call, create an opportunity in your CRM, we use GHL, and then add them to a nurture sequence or a confirmation email, so on and so forth. Topic for another day. I'm just trying to cover some basic outbound here. And if they don't book a call, then you go to the same process we go over here. Have they been followed up 3 times, right? We go to the same process here. If they've been followed up 3 times, if they have, then remove from follow-up, and they're not responding, then just remove from campaign. If no, they haven't been followed up, send them a personalized email, again, with more value, more content, more education. Next step is whether or not they're going to show up to the call, right? These are really if-then sort of scenarios when we're doing outbound. It just really comes down to volume. If they show up for the call, again, if they don't, follow up 3 times, same process. If they do show up for the call, do the discovery call. Remember, we're only trying to do a 15-minute call here. This is a triage process, not directly to a sales call. You never want to continue booking people super cold directly to a sales call unless you have a belief shifting or some sort of like a VSL educational content where you can change their belief in a evergreen video, which is sometimes tough. That's why we use a personalized video, especially for a B2B service. And if you're doing a sales agency, you always want to send personalized videos, at least until you're like at 70, 80, 100K a month. After that, you can change things around. So discovery call, 2 things happen. Again, is the prospect qualified? No, thank them, remove from campaign. Yes, booking the sales call. That's all we're trying to do. All right. This is the hot phase, the hot process, right? This is basically they're booking the call, going through the triage process. This is hot before they book the sales call. So those are really the three phases when it comes to um, basic outbounds. Especially again, this works well on LinkedIn and email. So use this. We have other things that we do on email and LinkedIn as well, but this is just a basic overview of it. And that's it for this one. Hopefully, you guys got some value. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment on below, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.